What's going on, guys? Welcome back. As you can see, we're on the deck of the boat. And we're not just out fun fishing. We got a tournament coming up. Made the drive up here on Friday. Gonna do a little pre-fishing. We actually just got finished swapping trolling motors out for one of our buddies that we're actually staying with this weekend. He's got an Ultrex and he's been having some issues with it, so he's pulled that off and threw the old Fortrex back on there. And yeah, we're fishing. Got some bluebird pretty much conditions. We might see some clouds here and there, and it is hot. River's dropping a bunch, so it's gonna be pulling out of them backwaters some. So we're gonna see what we got for some smallies. We're basically just gonna hit some of our stuff from last year. See the bait fish? There's bait fish right where you drug your crank. Anyways, we're gonna hit some spots that we've hit last year and did fairly well at. See if there's anything pulled up on them. And if not, then we're gonna try some stuff from a couple years ago. The water is up some, so we might be able to get in some of them pockets where our largemouth were, and go from there. So stay tuned. We'll I need to get better at trying to explain what we're doing. So the first spot we're trying is actually some main channel current, a couple breaks along this, some real subtle points, and it's got some big rocks underneath where them fish like to stage up. So we're just gonna kind of cruise around. Leash is starting cranking. I'm gonna flip it a little bit, scan around with the live scope, see what we can find. I bet you he's close.
Flipping crankbait.
Look at that. Look at the belly on that fish.
Okay. Yeah, just.
Right there on that point.
Yeah. I almost didn't set hook. I don't know what was going on. Hammered it though. I did turn mine on to just measure it. Yep. Coming to you again.
Take the button.
Now that he gave me backlash.
That's a 14er. Not as big of a belly.
Yeah.
Come off that point.
Yep. God dang it.
He should be close.
I need help. It's under the... I bet he's 13 too. Sit down. I'm not very good at them. Because he had that one there and he had the other one in his mouth.
Where do you want this?
I'll just drop it down on the floor for a second. $13 3/4.
He's getting bigger for me.
Spin around. By the way, your koozie is about to fall out of your pocket.
All right, guys. Well, that's pretty much gonna conclude our day one of practice. We kind of came in today just wanting to hit some spots, check some spots that we've done well in the past year, and that's kind of what we did. Unfortunately, We're usually fishing here in September, so this time of year, early June, we didn't really know what to expect, and that's kind of why we were really shooting to fish this tournament, because we love this pool and there's a lot of nice fishing, a lot of good smallie fishing, but pretty much a couple of our spots, hey, there's still fish there. It's just finding exactly what they want, and we really struggled with that today. We had the bites. Alicia put a couple of short smallies in the boat, and then she also put a like a 16-17 inch. He was probably, I don't know, 2 3/4 pound smallie in the boat. So we did catch one keeper off one of our good spots. Ran up, hit one of our largemouth spots. Had about 7 or 8 bites in there, and the only thing we landed was a real small smallie. So the fish are in there, just they weren't eating it right. Other than that, we got 5 or 6 spots I think we're going to check tomorrow and go from there. One of them's a real big lake that's got some pads and looks like some duckweed's already up in there and everything else. We've never been in there. We're going to try and weasel our way up in there tomorrow and see if we can't find us a frog and bite, because you guys know us in topwater. We love to hear the smack. So other than that, we do have kind of a guest that we're going to be with this weekend, and see if he's interested in talking to you guys at all, see how his practice and stuff went. He's not quite here yet, he's still out on the water, but we got to get back so we can get the boat cleaned up, put away, and tucked into for bed until tomorrow. So we'll catch you guys tomorrow. All right, y'all, welcome to day 2. And it's been a bit of a struggle this morning, a lot of different aspects. But first, got out and wanted to look at one spot, and I don't know if it's just depth perception or eye deceiving or whatever you want to call it, but the one spot we were looking at on the graph, it looks like we can get in, but when you get down there, it don't look like we can get in. I think probably towards the end of the day I might try and just put the trolling motor down and see if we can get stuck. We do have a push pole, so. But other than that, we went to one spot earlier that we'd done good in the past. Couldn't even get a single bite. So wasn't a whole lot of activity. There were some bait fish here and there, but nothing spectacular. So we decided to pack it up. We're like, well, let's run up to another pocket that usually has pretty shallow water. And we got up in here and there's quite a bit of submerged grass. There's a lot of grass popping up, probably, I don't know, 8 foot off the bank. And so we started flipping around it and throwing the jig through it, and wasn't getting nothing, so I decided to pull out the buzzbait. I think it was like my second cast on the buzzbait. I had, I don't know, probably a 16-incher blow up on it, maybe 2 pounds. Really skinny right now. And then about 4 or 5 casts after that, Alicia pulled the frog out and jacked one up on the frog. So, and we only fished maybe 60 yards of it, so
I don't even think it's that much.
Well, maybe not, but we're gonna leave it alone and hopefully come back tomorrow and catch some up in here. I don't know what's going on, but the largemouth just I don't know, something just goofy, something just ain't right. Anyways, we're gonna get out of here, go see if we can find some more water, run some new water, and go from there. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Hopefully we can find some bigs, because we definitely need it right now. There's a keeper.
Nice. Look at his back.
I saw it. Right up in there in that grass.
I think that's what that was, honestly. It just acted like it was chasing something. Just the way it was acting. Well, now I'm half tempted to throw my frog. Yep. Huh? Well, and that's not where I was aiming because I saw something kind of move the weeds and surface by that log that makes like a lump up right there. Yeah. Well, I cast it and I ended up further that way, and he went after it like second bounce. Twitch. Yeah, probably be a good idea. But he was just off the front side of all them weeds. How are you doing today?
Alright guys, well, of course, like always, you guys know how it rolls here. I didn't do an outro for this video, so this is what you guys are going to get from here. Hopefully this wind ain't too bad. It's kind of windy outside, but as you guys saw, we caught a few fish pre-fishing. We don't always like to stick a ton, but if we get in some spots where there's some good fish and we can't get them shook off, they end up coming in the boat. So we found a few fish, got a few spots where we know there's some fish. It's just going to be figuring out what they want to eat and seeing if we can put them in the boat. It's kind of a weird bite, especially the 2 days of pre-fishing. It was almost like they were just coming up and smacking as hard as they could. It's not like they were just fully eating it. So going to the tournament, we know where a few fish are. It's just going to be whether or not we can put them in the boat or figure out what they're going to eat better. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. If you guys enjoyed the video, please go down and give it a thumbs up. If you guys haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. All the support from you guys helps, especially with how small of a channel we are. I know I preach about that all the time, but this has kind of always been a lifelong dream for me, is filming for you guys and bringing you guys content that you want to see and showing you the different hobbies that we do and things that we're just learning on our own. So, and that's what all of bass fishing so far has been for us. We haven't really gone out and had people show us where the fish are, show us what they're biting on, and that stuff. We've been going out and doing it ourselves and trying to figure it out on the way. So as you guys can see, from the first year we started to where we are now, we're throwing all sorts of different techniques out there. We're fishing a lot of different water that we didn't fish when we first started, and then obviously being on the Mississippi River, the water's constantly changing. The water's either dropping, the water's rising, rain muddies it up even worse. So we stained water. There's a lot of different variables going into it. So anyways, I'm gonna quit babbling. Make sure you guys stay tuned, because the next video dropping is gonna be the tournament. And not to spoil anything, the bite was there. It was a struggle. So you guys are gonna stay tuned for that. And that should be coming up here within a week. So thanks again, guys. We appreciate it, and we'll see you guys on the next episode here on Seek the Thrill Outdoors.